like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine.
Good morning. How are you? Today I came from court today, the labor court, by the way, and it's one of those things that are very funny because I recently quit my job like a month back. I stopped working. I decided I'm not going to work anymore because this is not working for me. So I quit my job, and I took my previous employee to CCMA. That's like the labor court here in South Africa. And while we were there, we discussed. So we're given time to talk, just the two of us, me and my boss there. And then one of the principles that I decided to live with, right, starting 3 years back or 4 years ago, but it has become really apparent in the past 2 years. One of the principles that I've tried to live by is say what you want, right, and mean what you say, and be prepared to face the consequences of your speech or your actions or whatever. So if I decide to say A, B, C, D, I should be prepared to take the consequences that go together with the risk of A, B, C, D. So I just decided, you know what, I'm taking my boss to CCMA because I need him to pay me. And if I lose my job, then it's fine, I lose it, right? And then I did not want to quit my job on a bad note. I didn't want to. I never wanted us to go to court and end up suing each other and stuff like that. So we went to court today. So I just came from court just like a few hours ago, like 3 or 4 hours ago. I came from court, and then while we were there, right, it's one of those things where someone knows the way you behave and the way you act, right? They can at least understand why you're doing the things that you're doing, even if it goes against them. So if I am taking you to court, right, you're not going to get angry with me taking you to court because you're going to understand why I'm taking you to court. And you know the type of person that I am, that I'm not doing it out of spite. So those are one of the things that I've realized, that once you form a character for yourself, like once you form behaviors for yourself, that no, this kind of a person is like this, A, B, C, D, and people can at least trust you, right? They can at least depend and rely on you, that if he is doing this and this and this and that, then there has to be a reason why he's doing this and this and this and that. He would never just do this and this and that just to spite you or to hurt you. And it was one of those things. And then we were left alone, just the two of us. And while we were there, and then I apologized to him. I was like, I'm sorry, this was never my intention for us to get this far, but I need the money. I need it. So you left me no choice because you haven't been paying me. He's like, no, it's okay, I understand, right? And I was like, okay, that is something else. That is nice, because I've been there since 2018 all the way up to 2002. From 2018 to 2022. That's a very long time. Right? That's a very, very long time, and that has been my home. Felt like a home for the past, I don't know how many years, 4 or 5 years, I can't remember. But yeah, I've been there 4 years. Been there for 4 years. And you build a reputation for yourself. And then as he was leaving, and it's like, if you ever feel like you want to come back again to the school, you can come back. This has always been your home. And I've got these new numbers. Then he gave me his new numbers. Like, these are my new numbers. You can call me and you can text me anytime you need something. It's not like we're enemies or something like that. You are a very good teacher. You are a very good lecturer. I was like, thank you. I really appreciate that. And trust me, I really do, from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate that. Because it's one of those things where it's not that I hate you, that I'm doing this against you. Is because you're forcing me to do this thing. I'm not doing this to hurt you either, right? And I found that to be very, very interesting. That was one of those things that I looked at and was like, I really appreciate. Thank you. So I don't know, to whoever is developing or whoever is growing this time around, I think it's best that you develop a character for yourself, that even if you're fighting with someone, or even if you're going against someone, even if you're taking someone to court, in my instance, right, they can understand that the reason why this person is taking me to court is not because he hates me, or it's not because he's doing this out of spite. He's doing this out of necessity. I'm taking him to court out of necessity because that's where my transport money is. That's where my transport fare is. Right? So those are one of today was just that moment where I went, wow. We shook hands twice. We talked and we shook hands twice. After we left the court, when we were outside the courtroom, we were just talking and shaking hands. And then I was like, if you need a replacement, if you need my replacement, I have someone for you. But if you want him, probably you can start next year, because I don't think this year you love to join me. He said, even if you want to come back, please do. You can come back. I was like, wow, thank you. Thank you so much. So wherever you go, just try to leave a very good impression. And I don't think fighting is always the case anyways. I think fighting should be the very, very last resort.